This time, Spotlight presents the Saab CD powered by the new turbocharged 2.3-liter engine. The new engine is in keeping with Saab's tradition of standing out in a crowd and always being ahead of its competitors. This tradition began with the first prototype of the Saab 92, with its sophisticated aerodynamic lines, long before any other car manufacturer understood the importance of aerodynamics in car bodywork styling. Saab leadership also applies to safety. And Saab is no less of a leader in engine development. This was demonstrated at Talladega, when Saab cars with 2-liter turbocharged engines broke 2 world records and 21 international records over a distance of more than 60,000 miles at an average speed of 126 miles per hour. As Saab now launches its new 2.3-liter turbo engine, many may ask whether the extra 300 cc's really are necessary. We think they are, possibly not this year or next, but maybe the year after. Competition is stiff in the upper reaches of the executive car class. How about competitors such as the Mercedes 300e with 24 valves in a 3-liter inline-6 developing 220 horsepower? Or the Vauxhall Carlton GSI, also with 24 valves in a 3-liter inline-6, delivering 204 horsepower. Or the new Peugeot 605, 24 valves, of course, in a 3-liter V6 engine rated at 200 horsepower. Or the Lancia Thema 832 with a 3-liter V8 with 32 valves and 210 horses. Or the new Citroën XM, powered by a 3-liter transverse V6 engine, delivering 170 horsepower. And last but not least, the Volvo 760 GLE with a modest 147 horsepower from its 3-liter 6. But the new Volvo 960 is on the way, powered by a 204 horsepower inline 6, which will be much more of a challenger than its predecessors. But Spotlight has decided to compare the Saab 2.3-liter turbo engine with 3 of its most potent rivals: the Audi 200 Turbo, the BMW 525i, and the Alfa Romeo 164, all of them with different engine concepts. The Audi 200 Turbo is a technically advanced car with 4-wheel drive and a longitudinally mounted 2.2-liter inline engine with 5 cylinders, 4 valves per cylinder, and 220 horsepower. Audi engineering is as advanced as ever, and 4-wheel drive gives the car exceptional road holding. The all-galvanized body encloses a vast interior. A drawback is that the interior can easily become overheated in hot weather. The BMW 525i has rear-wheel drive and a longitudinally mounted 2.5-liter inline-6 with 4 valves per cylinder and 192 horsepower. The BMW is sporty and elegant, but the car is short on interior space. The back seat is cramped, with virtually no space for a 5th occupant. The Alfa Romeo 164 has front-wheel drive with a transversely mounted 3-liter V6 delivering 184 horsepower. Alfa Romeo is renowned for sporty performance and flair. This model has good interior space and its quality is commendable, but it has shortcomings in suspension comfort and transmission. These are the cars we'll be comparing with the Saab CD with the new 2.3-liter turbocharged engine. This engine is based on the injection version of the Saab 2.3-liter engine launched last year. It has twin overhead camshafts and is equipped with the Saab capacitive direct ignition system, which has a separate coil for each spark plug and uses 40,000 volts for firing a reliable ignition spark. The engine has 4 cylinders and 4 valves per cylinder. The cylinder bore and piston stroke are both 90 millimeters. The cylinder head is an aluminum alloy casting and is mounted on a slender wall cast iron engine block, which is lightweight, very rigid, and has good sound absorbing properties. The engine is equipped with balancing shafts which are integrated into the engine block. The two balancing shafts rotate in opposite directions at twice the crankshaft speed. They effectively reduce vibrations, both in the vertical direction and horizontally. This is the engine that's now being launched with turbocharging. It then develops 200 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and a mighty torque of 330 Newton meters at an amazingly low 2,000 RPM. Spotlight begins its comparison with the acceleration from standstill to 62 miles per hour, even though this performance aspect is of minor interest today. The Audi is quickest at 7.9 seconds, closely followed by the Saab at 8.0, the Alfa Romeo at 8.3, and the BMW at 8.6 seconds. The top speed is only of academic interest, unless you happen to be driving on a German Autobahn. Once again, the Audi is at the top of the league at 150 miles per hour, followed by Saab, Alfa Romeo, and BMW in joint second place at 143 miles per hour. Under today's traffic conditions on the roads, these top speed resources are hardly of practical use. But high torque availability is certainly invaluable in this situation for fast and safe overtaking. What is vitally important is flexibility of the engine, its mid-range overtaking performance. From 50 to 75 miles per hour in top gear. In this area, the Saab is in a class of its own at 7.8 seconds, followed far behind by the Audi at 10 seconds, the BMW at 10.8 seconds in fourth gear, and the Alfa Romeo at 13.8 seconds. Even in comparison with the other powerful rivals in this group, nothing can touch the Saab. Tremendous torque is what accounts for these results. The Saab delivers 330 Newton meters at a modest 2,000 RPM, which corresponds to 50 miles per hour in top gear. The torque curve remains high and flat throughout the engine speed range. The Audi delivers 309 Newton meters at 1,950 RPM. The Alfa Romeo gives 258 at 4,400, and the BMW 245 at 4,700. The obvious benefits of the Saab engine are that it delivers dazzling traction for fast, safe overtaking. It minimizes gear changing in city traffic, and it has a low fuel consumption. 4 cylinders use less fuel than 6. A light car is less thirsty than a heavy car. In addition, every gear change uses extra fuel. None of the competitors can boast as low a fuel consumption as the Saab 2.3-liter turbocharged engine, 22.5 miles per gallon on a mixed cycle to EC standards. The figures become even more remarkable when related to the acceleration from 50 to 75 miles per hour in top gear. These are telling figures, maximum urge at minimum miles per gallon. Two engines in one of them a dynamic supercar power unit, the other an economical everyday engine. The entire car concept is rounded off by the vast interior space, sound and vibration levels that are on a par with the 6s in the group, even in the injection version of the Saab 2.3-liter engine, and now with a turbocharger that reduces the sound level further.
If you are honest and look at the total car concept, which we have to do because as you very well know, we are not selling separate engines, we are selling cars, then we must realize that there is nothing technical that can beat a turbocharged engine. It is not fuel consumption, it is not noise, it is not emissions, it is not engine weight. The only thing that can beat a turbocharged engine is prestige. And the only thing that can beat prestige is common sense. And we need a lot of common sense in the car business in the future. And there will be a lot of common sense, and we are very well prepared for it at Saab.
Spotlight considers that the Saab 2.3-liter turbo engine is far ahead of its competitors, and we think that the overall Saab concept, lightweight, compact power unit, and front-wheel drive that result in a balanced car with good road holding, good fuel economy, high performance, and large interior space is an intelligent approach which is unsurpassed in any way by any of the competitors. Far from it.